Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Sustainable Scoop. I'm Miriam Gennari, and today my guests are two students from T.C. Williams High School, and they are members of their own robotics team, and your team is called Titan Robotics, is it not?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so this is Daggem Samuel, thank you for joining us, and Robert Lee.
Yes.
And you're co-captains of this team.
Yes, right.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about what FIRST Robotics is, the competition, and how you got involved. Daggem?
Well, FIRST stands for Inspiration of Science and Technology. And it's a wonderful program that tries to get young people involved with technology and science and mostly robotics. We got involved through a mentor that came to us and said, hey, this is a robotics competition that's around. You guys don't have a robotics team currently, and I would love to help you make one. And Robert and I volunteered to be captains on the first day, so...
And this is a rookie team. You've never done anything like this before.
That's correct.
We had no experience, anything. We volunteered to be the captains to start the team, and we recruited many people from the school, and we have every people from all the support from the school.
Well, that's what surprised me, the number of different groups on your team.
Right.
You have a marketing team. Well, tell me some of the teams that you have.
We have marketing team, design team, build team, electric team, and
we have a programming team also.
Programming team. Now, it's made up of men and women, young ladies, right? And you are, am I correct, a sophomore at T.C. Williams?
I am.
And you're a senior this
Yes.
year. Okay, so this has taken a lot of work. I understand these programs do that. They present a problem to you. What is the problem that your team is dealing with?
Well, the problem that we got this year is called Recycle Rush, and it's all about using the robot in order to maneuver objects such as boxes and bins, mainly recycling bins, and we assume that the boxes will contain recyclable materials in them, and we'd be able to pick them up in, say, a warehouse setting and move them to places where they can then be organized and the factory deals with them.
Well, that's wonderful, because then people won't have to use their own personal energy
Right.
to lift them or transport them. Right? And then you can also kind of figure out the warehouse and map it out so that it's all in the memory.
Yeah.
All autonomous.
So how did it go? I mean, I would imagine that it takes a lot of room to build a robot like that.
Yeah, we built our robot in Tech Shop in Arlington, Crystal City, and they are one of our sponsors. They gave us $5,000 worth of equipment, and we built our robot in a small room.
Right. It took us about 6 weeks to get everything together. We had great teams just working on things, totally focused, great enthusiasm across the team.
Dedicated.
Right.
I think it's remarkable that you can get students to come and spend their entire weekends and from early in the morning till evening working on something like this. And so, well, how did it go? Did you accomplish your task?
We built our robot, Christopher, and it's a functional
I mean,
robot.
It's a beautiful creation. We did not think we would get this far in 6 weeks.
Okay, well, I do, in only 6 weeks, you have a functioning robot, and you brought some video of that robot.
Right.
And so we're going to take a look at it. But I also want to say that with all of the teams that you have working, your design team and your fundraising team, you also were able to bring on some sponsors. Tell me who your sponsors are.
Well, we got something like 2,500 from Booz Allen. We also had 3,500 just from individual donors.
And 5,000 from Tech Shop, and 5,000 from General Motor, and 6,000 from the FIRST Robotic Competition organization.
Wow, it requires a lot of money to have a program like that. And T.C. Williams, correct me if I'm wrong, is the only high school in Alexandria, isn't that?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yes.
Okay, so, and how big was your team?
We have
30 people.
Right, that's correct.
30 people. Okay, and now the competition, you're going to be competing just specifically on this recycling project, but will there be other components? or is it basically just your robot that you're?
We will have 2 other robots to work with us, and they're our alliance, which we have to pick
You're
from a large group of numbers. And what else?
And yeah, so we basically work through the alliances, and we might change alliances every once in a while. So we might be put with different groups, and we might choose our own groups.
Yeah.
But other than that, this will be our robot for this year because we have a problem and we've solved it. Next year will be a totally different problem though.
Yeah, that's right.
And you're going to compete again next year.
Definitely.
Build a new robot to finish the task.
All right, well, let's take a look at what you've accomplished this year. And I know that you've worked a long time for this, and this is a small clip of a lot of work. Let's take a look.
Roll video.
Now, what's happening here?
They're lifting, Christopher's lifting a tote and a recycle bin and trying to stack it on another tote.
Wow,
That-
you've made it challenging.
Well, I mean, it's mainly the design part that's the most challenging part. As you can see, there's mentors right there. We have Keith from the Navy helping us. In the background, we have Joey who's from...
And this is Tech Shop.
Right.
Yeah, it's in Tech Shop.
And he's from another team. Who's competed before, so he had a lot of experience helping us.
So
And we
there's a
had
lot of
parents.
cooperation here. And your
Yeah.
parents as well.
Right, we can see Mrs. Morris right there filming.
Okay, now it looks like you accomplished not only your task, but it also looks like you used some your mechanics, the way in which you grabbed it. Was this all personal? You guys designed this?
Yeah, we designed it.
I am so impressed. Now we need to make sure that people get there to support your team because you've worked so hard. So tell me the who, what, why, and when.
The who will be us. Titan Robotics, TC Williams' only first robotics team. The when will be the 27th, Friday, 28th and 29th.
And it's going to be in George Mason University Patriot Center.
At the Patriot Center. That is wonderful. Well,
Sure,
congratulations. And I also want to especially thank Basma Abbas. She is the co-producer of this show, and she helped gather all the information, the photos, the video, and get these gentlemen here. Good luck in your competition. I look forward to
Thank you
seeing
very
you
much.
again.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching The Sustainable Scoop. I'm Miriam Gennari. Back to the news desk.